hidden deep within the vast Amazon rainforest, there exists a world that has remained almost entirely untouched by the outside. A world of ancient cultures, sacred rituals, and knowledge passed down through generations. These are the indigenous peoples of the Amazon. Their lives are deeply connected to the rhythms of nature. Here, survival is not about conquering the environment, but about understanding it and respecting it. Each tribe in the Amazon has its own unique traditions and languages. They tell their stories not through books, but through spoken words, songs, and dances, each movement and chant carrying the legacy of their ancestors. Rituals are at the heart of these cultures. They mark transitions, healings, and connections to the spiritual world. For the indigenous peoples, the jungle is more than just their home. It is alive, breathing, and inhabited by spirits. One of the most powerful rituals involves ayahuasca, a sacred plant brew known as the vine of the soul. Shamans drink ayahuasca to enter a realm beyond ordinary perception, seeking guidance and healing from spiritual entities. But the rituals extend far beyond ayahuasca. There are ceremonies for hunting, for births, rites of passage, and even for times of drought and abundance. Every plant, every animal, every natural element plays a role. Animals like the jaguar are revered, considered symbols of strength and spiritual wisdom. The song of certain birds is interpreted as omens or messages from ancestors. Yet, despite their wisdom, these communities face increasing threats. Illegal mining, deforestation, and diseases brought by outsiders have endangered their survival. Their traditional knowledge, especially medicinal practices using hundreds of plants, is crucial not only for them, but potentially for all humanity. In the Amazon, indigenous tribes live in close-knit communities, usually in large communal houses known as malokas. These circular structures symbolize unity and harmony. Within them, stories are shared, knowledge is passed on, and community bonds are strengthened. But perhaps the greatest lesson we can learn from these peoples is their relationship with nature. To them, the forest is not a resource to be exploited, but a sacred space to be preserved and respected. They understand something vital. Humans are not separate from nature. We are part of it. As the modern world encroaches ever closer, these tribes remind us that there is another way to exist, a way of balance, respect, and deep spiritual connection to the earth. Their stories, rituals, and knowledge are a treasure. They are guardians of ancient wisdom, holders of secrets that could help us navigate our future, if only we have the humility to listen. Perhaps, in our fast-paced world, taking a moment to truly hear their voices might lead us to the answers we so desperately seek, because within the heart of the Amazon lies a wisdom we must not allow to fade away. Deep in the heart of the Amazon lies a world where nature reigns supreme. A world so alive, so vast, that many of its creatures remain unseen. This is not a zoo, this is not a jungle book fantasy. This is the realm of Earth's most mysterious and dangerous wildlife, where survival depends not on strength, but on strategy, and where evolution has created wonders and nightmares. The Amazon rainforest is home to more species of animals than anywhere else on Earth. Some beautiful, others deadly. The poison dart frog is smaller than a coin, yet its skin can kill 10 men. Indigenous tribes once used its venom to coat the tips of their blow darts. Then there's the anaconda, the silent giant, a serpent that can grow over 30 feet long and squeeze the life out of its prey without a sound. But even beneath the water, the Amazon hides predators, like the candiru, a tiny fish infamous for swimming into human orifices, or the electric eel, capable of delivering a shock strong enough to knock a man unconscious. Above, in the trees, Howler monkeys roar so loudly their cries can be heard for miles. To some tribes, these calls are warnings from the spirits. Then there are the jaguars, stealthy, powerful, silent. They don't chase their prey, they stalk, and strike with a force that breaks bone in a single bite. But not all creatures here are feared. Some are revered. The sloth, slow and deliberate, is seen by some indigenous tribes as a symbol of patience and harmony with the forest. The harpy eagle, with talons larger than a bear's claw, is worshipped by a few as a guardian of the skies. And let us not forget the insects, billions of them. Some that light the dark, like fireflies. Others that bite, sting, paralyze. There are butterflies with wings like stained glass. Spiders the size of dinner plates. Ants that scream in alarm. In the Amazon, beauty and terror are never far apart. Each creature has a role. Each one tells a story. And many have never even been discovered. New species are found every year. Some so strange, they defy classification. Scientists believe that thousands more remain hidden deep within the foliage. Watching, listening. The forest is alive. It breathes. It remembers. And if you walk its paths, you may hear whispers from the underbrush. A flicker in the trees. A shadow gliding just out of sight. Because in the Amazon, every leaf hides a secret. Every sound means something. And every creature is part of an ancient story still being told, if you dare to listen. In the middle of the world's greatest rainforest, rise cities surrounded by shadows, places where the modern world and the ancient jungle collide, and where concrete meets canopy. This is urban life in the Amazon, but not as you know it. Let's begin with Manaus. Once called the Paris of the tropics, Manaus was born from rubber. At the height of the rubber boom in the late 19th century, it became one of the richest cities on Earth. Opera houses were built. European architecture emerged in the middle of the jungle. And electricity lit the streets long before much of the world had even heard of it. But wealth is never permanent. When rubber seeds were smuggled out and plantations began in Asia, Manaus fell. The grand theaters and mansions became relics, ghosts of a forgotten golden age. Today, Manaus is the gateway to the forest, a city of over 2 million people, surrounded by endless green. Here, glass buildings overlook rivers filled with pink dolphins. Supermarkets sit just minutes from tribal communities, and the air smells of both industry and wet earth. But Manaus is not alone. Across the Amazon, other cities pulse with life. Belém, at the mouth of the Amazon River, is known for its markets where you can buy jungle medicines, mystical roots, and creatures you won't find in any textbook. Santarém, where two rivers meet but never mix. The waters of the Amazon and the Tapajos flow side by side for miles, one brown, one blue, never merging. Scientists study it, locals revere it. Then there's Iquitos in Peru, a city unreachable by road. You can only arrive by boat or plane. Imagine a city of 500,000 people in the middle of the jungle, floating on water and time. But living in these cities is not easy. During the dry season, the heat is relentless. In the rainy season, streets flood. Insects invade. The forest pushes back. Electricity flickers. Internet is unstable. And yet, the people remain. Because these cities are more than concrete and cables. They are a frontier, where shamanic traditions and smartphones coexist, where children learn both math and which plant cures fever, where legends are told not in books, but whispered by river guides at night. In many of these cities, mysterious disappearances are blamed not on crime, but on spirits. People speak of encantados, river beings who lure humans into the depths, of shadows that move in the forest, of music heard in empty streets. For outsiders, it's folklore. But for locals, it's truth. Because in these cities, the forest is never far. It grows through cracks in the pavement. It hums in the silence of night. It watches. And while modern life builds upward, the jungle waits. Timeless, powerful, unchanged. The cities of the Amazon are not like others. They breathe with the forest. They remember their past. And they hold secrets just beneath the surface. So now you've seen it. The sacred rituals of people who live in harmony with the land. The creatures, beautiful and bizarre, that defy logic. And the cities caught between two worlds. The Amazon is not just a forest, it's a living mystery. A place where ancient and modern, real and unreal, blend into something few will ever truly understand. But now the question is, what do you believe? Are we protecting this world or slowly erasing it? And how much longer will its secrets remain untouched? Let us know in the comments what part struck you the most, and if you're brave enough to dive deeper into the unknown. Subscribe for more truths hidden in plain sight.